So guys, honestly, I have always felt that if you want your New Year's resolutions to work out, then you need to start them early. Because I don't know if you've ever noticed, if you for example, set a goal to lose weight and then you suddenly start to eat a bunch of junk food because you know come January 1st you're going to eat healthy, then you're not really serious about the goal that you're setting for yourself. Which is why before the new year even started, I set a goal of doing 23 live stream styled interview videos on my channel. And because I set that goal, I started making those interviews before the new year even started. And that's because I'm serious about doing this. I think it presents a great opportunity to test the premiere function on YouTube, which I'll make a video about in the future. And it allows me to share with you more valuable information because I'm bringing people on the channel that have a lot to offer. And I was just excited about doing this, and so I started early and I'm doing it and it's working. And what's also really important here is if you want to start a YouTube channel in 2022, don't wait another day. The year has already started. Don't wait, start the channel. That's my advice for you. Because as soon as you start your channel, then you can start learning. So my next tip for you is don't be afraid to test things out. See, when we conduct experiments, when we try different things on our channel, that's how we get new information. And that's how we learn from our failures. And here's the thing. There's a great channel out there. It's called Make Money with Matt. And I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but Matt will talk about this strategy that he uses. He'll make 23 videos in a particular format and with a particular style and goal in mind. And then after those 23 videos, he looks at the analytics and makes a new plan for the next 23 videos. Because he feels that 23 videos is enough videos to provide sufficient data, but also it's not too few so you don't get enough data, but it's not too many that it won't take forever. And so I decided to try his strategy, and that's why in the previous tip, I told you that I will be making 23 interview-style videos, because I want to see if it strengthens my core audience and if I like the results from doing videos in that format. And when I'm done, I'll let you guys know how it goes. So the next tip I have for you is try to turn your weaknesses into strengths. See, here's the thing. I'm terrible with Instagram. I do have more than one Instagram. I've actually tested out a few things, but I just struggle in general with the platform. It's hard for me to figure out how to add value with only pictures or really short videos. And so I'm still trying to figure out how Instagram works. But since I have a goal to set and grow an effective Instagram that has a large following in the future, I knew that I needed to take actions this year to make that actually happen. And since this is a weak area, what I'm doing is I'm currently in the market research phase when it comes to Instagram. I'm seeing what I like to consume, what I don't like. I'm watching videos about how Instagram works. I'm taking notes, so that when I launch an Instagram, it'll be a lot more effective. The content strategy will be all planned out, and hopefully the content I create will be filling a void on Instagram. Tip for you is if you're finding something that's really hard for you when it comes to YouTube or your social media strategy in general, target that specific thing this year. If you do something you're already good at or work on something that's already working, that's great and you can do that, but it's amazing when you turn a weakness into a strength because the difference is so noticeable and you're no longer leaning on your strengths, you're actually allowing your weaknesses not to be holding you back. And so I love doing this. I'll find something I'm not good at and I'll really target it, and it's just amazing to see the results. And so I would encourage you to do the same thing in 2022 so that your channel can grow on YouTube. So tip number 4 is try to focus on one thing at a time. I know we all want to grow a large social media following on every platform, but that's kind of overwhelming. And honestly, when you reach a certain point with a particular social media presence, then it kind of starts to work on its own. And I'm already experiencing that with my Facebook group, where now I really only need to make a post in the morning and then engage with people in the evening. And that's enough to keep the group going. And so it kind of has a flow on its own, and it doesn't really need me anymore per se. What I want to do this year, since I've already done a lot of the market research, I want to start a Reddit thread. Because if I try to grow on every platform, I'm going to overwhelm myself. But Reddit, I can handle that. And so since I've done a lot of the research and I think I know what is missing on Reddit, I'm going to launch that thread and I'm going to use my Facebook group to get the first people onto that thread, the initial members of that group. And I'll use Reddit as a way to, add value, but also to grow my channel. And just like this year, I'll probably just research Instagram like I was telling you, and I'll try to launch it next year I want it to actually work out. So guys, a really important thing to remember is success on YouTube is primarily skills based. And there's a lot of skills with YouTube and it's easy to get overwhelmed, which is why this year I'm just going to be focusing on two specific things. So recently I got a new iPad and I downloaded the Procreate app. And this is an app that allows you to draw, and I'm going to be trying to make thumbnails and draw on the thumbnail as a way to kind of give my thumbnails my own special touch. And by learning how to use Procreate, that will allow me to make better, more personalized thumbnails in the future. And the other thing that I'm going to be working on is recently I downloaded Final Cut Pro. And I'm really excited about this because I have a new Mac, and so I'm able to use Final Cut Pro, which I consider to be an advanced level software. And before this, I was using Filmora X. Filmora X is great, but it's kind of an intermediate level editing software. And it's time for me to take those skills to the next level with Final Cut Pro. And sure, it's been slow, but I can already see, since I understand how Filmora X works, I can now much more easily learn Final Cut Pro. And as I develop that skill, I will improve as an editor. You know, here's the thing. If you can improve your editing and your thumbnails by even a small percentage each day over the course of a year, by the end of the year, you're going to be so much better. Hey, if you could do me a favor, could you use the like and dislike button on this video to kind of vote on my plan for 2022? Let me know whether you like it or you don't. And then if you could jump in the comments section below and share with me what your plan is for 2022. I'd really like to hear what you're going to be doing to make your channel grow. And here's the thing, if you're having a hard time with thumbnails, I actually made a video on my channel that shows the process that I go through, and I'll be linking that video at the end of this video. And if that's something that's interesting to you, then I guess I'll see you over there in that video.